one of the main things that I noticed was a lot of the design entries were coming from the advertising community. So therefore we were having to filter out, things that we felt were more advertising based than purely design, which I think is natural for that, for something when it's so young. So to say, was there any particular design theme or trend? I wouldn't say there was, because it's still establishing itself in its own right. But there were one or two pieces that stood out head and shoulders above others and were clearly design-orientated pieces. I think there was a big gap between what we considered to be the big winner and the ones that also got medals. And again, I think that's a reflection of how the jury felt. We were judging what we were given to look at. The winning piece was clearly, or one of the ones which, let's just say one of the big winners was clearly a celebration of design craft, and really beautifully put together and thought through in every detail. Its subject matter was a very powerful visual subject matter, and that also kind of helped it. But it was the design craft really that we were looking at that really kind of took something incredibly symbolic of the Middle Eastern region and celebrated it through design. So that, I think, just opened the gap up and has hopefully created a benchmark for future entries. The category itself is young, therefore I think how people look at that category for design, it's probably not really representative of the design that is possibly available in this kind of region. So what I'm looking forward to is probably saying that the message that we've sent out is to encourage more designers to put their work in, and there's a lot to be celebrated in the Middle Eastern region. So I think we need I think it's very culturally rich. I think that's reflected through art and all the kind of visual iconography of the region, which is hugely diverse. And I think there's a lot of progression and new innovation that's coming out now, and I'm expecting to see more of that in the future than perhaps I've sort of seen in this particular category. I would encourage designers to enter their work. Some categories were empty of potential award winners, and that will be evident when the results get kind of announced. And so the challenge is there for next year to put good work in there, and for it to be clearly a design orientated and not a, let's we say, a single execution from an integrated campaign. I'm looking for design to stand on its own 2 feet and to populate the different subsections of design. And I think we've sent a message out to the community to flood it with all the great stuff that we know is available, and for designers to enter, because you can really make a mark.